गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषद अध्याय 6 मंत्र 4। आरभ्य कर्माणि गुणान्वितानि भावांश्च सर्वान् विनियोजयेद्यः भावांश्च सर्वान् विनियोजयेद्यः तेषामभावे कृतकर्मनाशः कर्मक्षये याति स तत्त्वतोऽन्यः। Jnana is the direct sadhana for moksha. Jnana is the sakshat sadhanam of moksha. The direct means of moksha is Atma Jnana. How to get Atma Jnana? The way to get Atma Jnana is very simple. Gurupadishta Vedanta Vakya. Vedanta Vakya taught by a guru is the means for Atma Jnana. Therefore, in order to get Atma Jnana, all that you have to do is to listen to the Vedanta Vakya from a guru. It sounds very simple. Just attend a few classes and Atma Jnana happens. In that case, many people would have become Brahmajnanis. But it is not all that simple, because there are many obstacles. The obstacles are called pratibandhaka. There are many pratibandhakas, obstacles. These obstacles can be understood as two types. The first type of obstacle is called Jignasa Pratibandhaka. And the second type of obstacle is called Jnana Pratibandhaka. Thus, there are two layers of obstacles. The first layer of obstacle is a Jignasa Pratibandhaka. And the second layer of obstacle is a Jnana Pratibandhaka. In order to understand the pursuit of moksha, in order to understand the sadhana that leads to moksha, one should understand these two pratibandhakas as well as the sadhanas that are required to remove these pratibandhakas. First of all, there is a Jignasa Pratibandhaka. Jignasa. Jignasa means a desire for Atmajnana. Jnatumichha Jignasa. An intense longing for Atmajnana is called Jignasa. Jignasa is the driving force which makes a person pursue the Atmajnana against all odds, against all difficulties. That is why even if one has to pursue the Atmajnana, even if one has to begin to pursue the Atmajnana, there has to be Jignasa. There has to be a desire to get Atmajnana. But often we see that the Jignasa is lacking. That is why when you bring a person for a Vedanta class, the person does not even stay. Sometimes even sitting for 1 hour becomes difficult. In between, he will vacate the place. Why does that happen? Due to lack of Jignasa. Jignasa is not just a curiosity. Some people may get a curiosity. What is Vedanta? A curiosity is possible. But the curiosity is gone after a few YouTube videos. Casually, the person will try to understand what these Swamis say. After one or two talks, casually listening to one or two talks puts an end to the curiosity. Curiosity does not make the person pursue the jnana until phala, until its effect. Therefore, jnana is an intense desire for jnana. It is not just a superficial curiosity. So this jnana is often obstructed. There are pratibandhakas. That is why one does not get the jnana. As long as there is no jnana, even pursuing the jnana will not happen. Now let us understand what obstructs jnana. Jnana pratibandhakas. They are of two types. Number one, mala. Mala is impurity. In this context, it is the impurity of the mind. The impurity that is there in the mind. What are the impurities of the mind? To put it in a simple language, raga and dvesha. Raga means desire, dvesha means hatred. Desire and hatred. Likes and dislikes. They are collectively called mala, the impurity of the mind. Now let us consider a manda mumukshu. Manda mumukshu means he has a little mumukshutva. Somewhere in his mind he knows that he wants moksha. Such a person is called manda mumukshu. Moksha is not his priority. He is a manda mumukshu. He wants moksha also. Or he knows ultimately he wants moksha. But before that, so many other things have to be done. The desire for moksha is overpowered by so many other desires, then he is a manda mumukshu. Moksha is there somewhere at the bottom of his list of priorities. Such a person, when you meet him, he will tell you, I also want moksha. Then you bring him, if you want moksha, you come to the Swami and listen to Vedanta. He will come one day. Second day, he may not come because he says, I have other commitments. Other priorities are there. Raga, desire. I want to go for a holiday. I want to watch movie. It is raga. So raga takes away from the pursuit of jnana. Raga acts as a pratibandha, an obstacle for his desire to pursue the jnana, his intent to pursue the jnana. So raga is a jijnasa pratibandhaka. The jijnasa, desire to attend the class, desire to understand the truth, itself is obstructed by the raga. You understand what I mean? And then dvesha. Sometimes dvesha can also be pratibandhaka. Most often we see this, dvesha. So he has a hatred towards the tradition itself sometimes. I don't like these traditional people. I don't like swamis. Dvesha. They are ready to listen to some other people. If they have dressed in a Western fashion with the tie, shoe, etc., and they are speaking in Americanized English, they will listen to them. But they will not listen to a sannyasi. They will not listen to a traditional person because brainwashed. Some aversion, some lack of faith in the tradition. There is a dvesha. It is also called asuya. They find fault. Nowadays you find it very often. It's very common. So dvesha also can be a jijnasa pratibandhaka. That is why people don't come to a sadhu. So ragadvesha act as a jijnasa pratibandha. So ragadvesha are collectively called mala. How to remove this? The way to remove it is karma yoga. Karma yoga anushtanam. Performance of karma yoga is the way to get rid of mala, ragadvesha. And the second pratibandhaka, second under jijnasa pratibandhaka. Under jijnasa pratibandhaka itself there are two. One is mala, another is vikshepa. Vikshepa is the distraction of mind. Distraction of mind is called vikshepa. Suppose somebody does not have ragadvesha. Some people may not have the first level of pratibandhaka. Mala may not be there. Yet they are not able to study Vedanta. They are not able to do proper Shravana. It is because of distraction. If ragadvesha are there, the mind is highly distracted. But even if ragadvesha are not there, the mind will have distraction. And such a distraction can be attributed to four reasons. Number one, because of our samskara, our purva samskara. The mind is habitually going outwards. It is our habit. It is the habit of the mind to go outwards. It is one reason. Another reason is insecurity, bhaya. The mind can have insecurity. Suppose the person gives up everything and starts studying Vedanta. Then he feels, what will happen to me in future? Some future tension regarding the future. What will happen to me? All these worries may take his mind away from the pursuit. Then he says, no, I am not able to study. The mind goes towards other things. How can I secure myself? And the third one is a sense of loneliness. Even a sense of loneliness. I am alone. In this pursuit, I am alone. Everybody else is watching TV. A sense of loneliness also can cause vikshepa. And the fourth one, certain bitter experiences of the future, of the past. Certain bitter experiences of the past can surface and they can cause distraction. Thus, the vikshepa are caused by these reasons. Therefore, even the vikshepa has to be removed. One should find a solution to the vikshepa also. What is the solution for vikshepa? The solution to vikshepa is called upasanam or upasana. It can be called both upasana or upasanam, because the same word can be in feminine as well as neuter. Upasana is the process of cultivating a deep relation with the Ishvara. The process of cultivating a deep relation with the Ishvara is upasana. We can understand upasana with an ordinary laukika drishtanta. How do you cultivate a deep relation with any person? Any person, like your friend, any friend. How do you cultivate a deep relation? A very deep and strong relation. How do you cultivate? Yeah. You constantly think of that person. Yeah, you constantly interact with that person, constantly think of that person, constantly learn about that person, what he is doing, what she is doing. That is how you cultivate a deep relation with a person. Now, in the process of upasana, we do the same with the Ishvara. We cultivate a deep relation with the Ishvara by thinking of Ishvara. By meditating on Ishvara. Therefore, Smaranam, Namasmaranam, remembering Ishvara's name, repeating Ishvara's name, meditating on the form of Ishvara, all these things come under upasana. When you have cultivated a deep relation with the Ishvara and your mind is fixed on Ishvara, the mind is spontaneously channelized towards Ishvara. You have cultivated dependence on Ishvara. Then all these reasons that cause vikshepa, they are gone. The natural tendency of the mind to go outside, the insecurity, feeling of loneliness and helplessness, all these are gone. That is how the mind becomes free from vikshepa. By cultivating deep relation with the Ishvara, one can be free from vikshepa. That is when all the pratibandhakas for jijnasa are gone. Then the intense desire for jnana manifests. It is like an intense thirst, intense hunger. Jijnasa can be understood with the example of hunger or thirst. It is a hunger for jnana. Sometimes what happens? If I am not hungry, I will not even eat even the tastiest food. You have brought some tasty special dish for me. If I am not hungry, I am not going to eat it. Even the tastiest dish. The tastiest food is brought and kept in front of me, and you are telling, eat. I am not eating. Why? There is no appetite. Whereas, when there is intense hunger, I have not eaten for 3-4 days. I am very, very hungry. Then what will I do? My first priority is to get food. Food becomes my first priority. I cannot wait for anything else. No, first let me have a phone call, then I will eat. I will not say. As soon as the food comes, whatever it is, I am going to eat. Jijnasa is also like that. Sometimes jnana is available very easily, next door. But there is no jijnasa. But when the jnana opens up, then he cannot wait for pursuing Vedanta, pursuing the jnana. Pursuing the jnana becomes his first priority. He is ready to face any problem to pursue the Atma Jnana. So the first type of obstacle, Jijnasa Pratibandhaka, are removed by Karma Yoga and Upasana. And the second type of Pratibandhaka is a Jnana Pratibandhaka. This Pratibandhaka is observed when you are already pursuing jnana. Jijnasa Pratibandhaka stops a person from even pursuing Shravana, Manana, etc. It does not even allow a person to pursue Shravana, Manana, etc. Whereas the Jnana Pratibandhaka occurs when you have started doing Shravana, etc. You have already done some amount of Shravana. Still Jnana does not take place. Why? There is Jnana Pratibandhaka. They are in the form of, in fact, Jnana Pratibandhakas are three. Number one, Pramana Asambhavana. Number two, Prameya Asambhavana. Number three, Viparita Bhavana. Pramana Asambhavana, Prameya Asambhavana, and number three, Viparita Bhavana. So for these three, the solution is Shravana, Manana, and Nididhyasana respectively. The solution for Pramana Asambhavana is Shravana. The solution for Prameya Asambhavana is Manana. The solution for Viparita Bhavana is Nididhyasana. We will discuss those things in another session. Now let's go through these mantras. Mantra 4 is talking about Karma Yoga, the importance of Karma Yoga in the pursuit of moksha. Yaha refers to a mumukshu. He is perhaps a manda mumukshu. He wants to get moksha, but in the meantime he knows that his mind is not pure enough. There are many ragadveshas he has realized his problem. Often a person who has lot of ragadvesha will not even become a mandamumukshu. But this person has become a mandamumukshu because of some grace of Ishvara. Yet he knows, I cannot study Vedanta, I cannot pursue Jnana because of too much of ragadvesha. Therefore, he performs karma yoga. In the process of karma yoga, one should perform the right type of karma. Gunanvitani karmani arabhya. Gunanvitani karmani. If one performs any karma, it does not give chitta shuddhi. It does not purify. It should be a proper karma. Proper karma is the vihita karma, the karma that is enjoined by the Shastra. Karma enjoined by the Shastra is not just some homa, etc. In fact, all our behaviors should be in accordance with the injunctions of the Shastra. Shastra is not restricted only to perform some homa on some occasion. At some occasion he has done some special homa. It does not mean he has followed the injunction or the Shastra. It involves every minor behavior, how we conduct our life. Like Satyam Vada, one should speak truth. Dharmam Chara, follow dharma. So one should perform the karma that is enjoined by the Shastra. Yajna and dana, tapas, all these are included in karma, in vihita karma. All one's duties are also included in vihita karma. Duty as a husband, duty as a wife, duty as a mother, duty as a father, duty as a citizen of the country. All are included in vihita karma. So, gunanvitani karmani arabhya. He has performed the karma. He is performing the karma. sarvan bhavan viniyojayet, and while performing the karma, he offers all the karmas to the Ishvara. Sarvan bhavan, all the karmas, viniyojayet, Ishvare samarpayet. He should offer all the karmas to Ishvara. He does all the karmas as an offering to Ishvara. When the karmas are offered to Ishvara, the karmas themselves do not belong to him. Tesham abhave, then the karmas are not, they do not belong to him. Tesham abhave, the karmas are absent for him, means they do not belong to him. All karmas belong to Ishvara. And if all karmas belong to Ishvara, even the phala belongs to Ishvara. Neither the karma belongs to me, nor the karma phala belongs to me. This is his attitude towards the karma. When this is performed, when such a karma yoga is performed, then he is not getting any binding effect of the karma. Generally, the karma is binding in nature. Lokoyam karma bandhana. Yajnarthat karmanonyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. Any karma has a binding effect. How it has a binding effect? Because it produces punya or papa. Both punya and papa are binding in nature. Papa is anyway binding because one has to suffer the result of papa. And even the punya is binding. Sometimes the punya takes a person to America. So it binds by producing some bhoga.
Duty.
Even the bhoga is binding.
You said duty also.
Yeah, duty is also included in karma.
That is binding.
Not duty. Yeah, binding is your bhoga is binding. Like bhoga. You have to suffer the pain or enjoy the pleasure, and you have to. There is another janma. So bandhanam is a janma. One more janma will be there. It keeps a person in samsara. That is binding. So both punya and papa are responsible for janma. If I have punya also, I will have to be reborn. Maybe in a devata sharira, but that is also a rebirth. So when the karma is performed with the proper attitude as an offering to Ishvara, it does not produce any binding effect. It does not cause bandhan because it does not produce a papa, and it does not produce a binding punya also. Even the punya are two types. One is binding punya, another is liberating punya. Liberating punya is the punya which facilitates moksha. It gives chitta shuddhi. It takes a person to a guru. All these also require punya. Such a punya is not a bandhan. It takes a person towards moksha. So, first of all, the karma does not produce binding karma, binding result. Meanwhile, the same karma destroys the effect of previous karmas. Krita karmanashaha. It destroys the effect of the previous karma. Krita karma. Krita karma is the karma that we have done earlier. And the karma that we have done earlier is responsible for our ragadvesha. It keeps generating ragadvesha in our mind. Such karmas which are responsible for the impurity of mind, such karmas which are responsible for obstructing our pursuit of moksha, they are destroyed by karma yoga. Krita karma nashaha. Karma kshaye. When the karma is exhausted, the karma which causes an obstacle in the pursuit of moksha is exhausted, then he can get Atmajnana. Saha anyaha. That anya means jiva. Tattvataha yati. Means tattvam yati. He attains the tattva. Then he is ready for Atmajnana. And then he attains the tattva, the Brahman. He attains moksha. Thus, karma yoga serves as a means to prepare oneself for Atmajnana, and eventually one gets Atmajnana. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.